Hi, I'm Alyce Strozzo, and I'm responding to prompt 1. A lot of people do things because they consider them, good. They want to be a good person. They want to do good things. Good is really hard to define. But basically, I don't think it's about how many times you go to church or how often you pick studying over hanging out with your friends. It's definitely not about your background or your household or whatever environment you grow up in or what religion you have. It's about what you do and, more importantly, who you do it for. I feel like if you can create good somewhere else, for someone else, then you know that good can be in you. And it sounds cheesy, but I feel like if I can look into someone else's eyes and see something good that I created, reflected back at me, and they're happy, then I have achieved an amazing feat. That's success, I feel. Doing something that makes a difference. And that's what Habitat for Humanity symbolizes for me. An opportunity to do more good than I've ever done before. Being successful by making a difference. When I watched that video during the orientation, those people probably wouldn't have homes if it hadn't been for this group, a sanction to call their own. But they made a difference in, sacrificing whatever enjoyment for themselves. And in the end, it's worth it. I used to volunteer at this therapeutic riding clinic for disabled children. And the point was that some people believe that horse riding has therapeutic values because a lot of these kids, their mental disabilities are so severe that it actually affects their physical development and abilities and really restricts them. And horse riding acts as a therapy because it concentrates working on your core muscles, like the spine, the muscles around the spine, the abdomen, supporting the whole body as a whole, as well as, focusing on parts of the brain that these kids wouldn't normally use, such as balance, other such things. And, there was a lot of kids there, and most of them were severely disabled, and at times it was really distressing. But I remember there was this one boy, and even at the time he looked way, way younger than me, but really he was 18. He was very underdeveloped, and when he first started going there, which was way before I came, he could barely support his own weight. He couldn't walk. The doctors said they didn't think he would ever be able to walk. He could barely hold his own head up. And I worked there almost every day after school, and then in the summer, almost twice a week for a whole year. And towards the end of my stay there, that boy could walk by himself with barely any assistance. It was amazing. And, maybe he'll never fit in with other kids his age, and it's awful, but sometimes, I'd be leading his horse, I'd be walking next to him and talking to him, and sometimes I would just look up into his eyes, and he looked really happy, which is a lot more than most kids with his disadvantages could say. So, what I'm saying is, I have strong hands, I have a sharp mind, I have a lot of potential. And the fact is that I know that the Habitat group can open up my full potential. So not only will I be lending a hand to the group, to the people it helps, but it'll be helping me. And it's just that step towards being the person I want to be. You know, I didn't make that boy walk. I can't do that. He did it on his own. But at the same time, I was part of something that created that opportunity for him, that built that step. And in the same way, Habitat's that step for me. Being towards a better person. His was a step towards, you know, a future, whatever that may be, a better life than he would have had if he hadn't tried, if maybe we hadn't been there to help. So, I guess what I'm saying is I want to be part of something that's creating those steps. Maybe a small step, maybe a staircase, for whoever we can.